Hi guys, I'm Rochelle and I'm a Ravenclaw, and today I'm back with part 3 of the hashtag sorry not sorry bank account book haul. This is part 3 of 7. If you haven't seen the first 2 parts, I will leave links to them in the description down below. This book haul is about all of the books that I picked up at a little thing called Lifeline Book Fest. If you want to know more about that, watch the hashtag sorry not sorry bank account book haul part 1, where I explain a little bit about Lifeline Book Fest in the intro to that. Now I've got a medium and a larger bag here to share with you guys today. So we're going to jump straight in and talk some more about the books that I got. Got my trusty scissors. Alright, so the first book in bag 1 is Kiss of Snow, which you guys will know about if you've watched part 2. Oh, there's a couple of them in here. So I've got Kiss of Snow by Nalini Singh, I've got Play of Passion by Nalini Singh, and I've also got Bonds of Justice. So there's another 3 books to that series. I'll quickly grab the synopsis off my phone again. So you'll see the lovely blue background of my phone again. So the synopsis for the first book in this series, I'm not entirely sure which of them I now have, but I know that Caressed by Ice is number 3. I think these are like quite a lot further on in the series. I think Kiss of Snow is like book 11 or something. So I definitely don't want to read you the synopsis of that. So the synopsis to the first book is Nalini Singh dives into a world torn apart by a powerful race with phenomenal powers of the mind and none of the heart. In a world that denies emotions, where the ruling Psi punish any sign of desire, Sasha Duncan must conceal the feelings that brand her as flawed. To reveal them would be to sentence herself to the horror of rehabilitation, the complete psychic erasure of everything she ever was. Both human and animal, Lucas Hunter is a changeling, hungry for the very sensations the Psi disdain. After centuries of uneasy coexistence, these 2 races are now on the verge of war over the brutal murders of several changeling women. Lucas is determined to find the Psi killer who butchered his packmate, and Sasha is his ticket into their closely guarded society. But he soon discovers that this icy-cold Psi is very capable of fashion, and that the animal in him is fascinated by her. Caught between their conflicting worlds, Lucas and Sasha must remain bound to their identities or sacrifice everything for a taste of darkest temptation. So I've got 3 more books from that series that I've already read, and therefore feel no guilt about buying because I've already read it. I'm not adding to my TBR at all. So the next book that I've got in this bag is Wolf Hall by Hilary Mantel. This won the Man Booker Prize in 2009. I have been reading some Man Booker Prize winners recently and really enjoying them, so I picked this one up. This is a long synopsis, so I hope you guys are ready. This is Loch Cromwell is in a deep dungeon in the morning, says Thomas More, and when you come back that night, he'll be sitting on a plush cushion eating lark's tongues, and all the jailers will owe him money. England in the 1520s is a heartbeat from disaster. If the king dies without a male heir, the country could be destroyed by civil war. Henry VIII wants to annul his marriage of 20 years and marry Anne Boleyn. The Pope and most of Europe oppose him. The quest for the petulant king's freedom destroys his advisor, the brilliant Cardinal Wolsey, and leaves a power vacuum and a deadlock. Into this impasse steps Thomas Cromwell, son of a brutal blacksmith, a political genius, a briber, a bully, and a charmer. Cromwell has broken all the rules of a rigid society in his rise to power and is prepared to break some more. Rising from the ashes of personal disaster, the loss of his young family and of Wolsey, his beloved patron, he picks his way deftly through a court where man is wolf to man. Pitting himself against Parliament, the political establishment, and the papacy, he is prepared to reshape England to his own and Henry's desires. This is a thick book. This is 650 pages. So this could take me a while. I'll probably pick up the audiobook for this one, to be honest. But yeah, so that's Wolfhole. So the final book in this bag is it's the Book of Strange New Things by, is that Michael or Michelle or something? I'm not entirely sure, but it's someone Faber. And this is a really gorgeous edition. I don't know how much of this you are getting, but it's so shiny. Look at the shiny. I'm pretty sure that Mercedes from Mercy's Bookish Musings and I think maybe Simon from Savage Reads have both read this and enjoyed it. Oh, it doesn't have the synopsis on the back. Rude. So you guys will just have to deal with this. So the synopsis is, I am with you always, even on to the end of the world. Peter Lee is a missionary called to go on the journey of a lifetime. Leaving behind his beloved wife, Bea, he boards a flight for a remote and unfamiliar land, a place where the locals are hungry for the teachings of the Bible, his book of strange new things. It is a quest that will challenge Peter's beliefs, his understandings of the limits of the human body, and most of all, his love for Bea. The Book of Strange New Things is a wildly original tale of adventure, faith, and the ties that might hold two people together when they are worlds apart. So that sounds like it could be very interesting. This is another big one. This is just under 600 pages. So I've got a thing for chunky books, alright people? I ain't afraid to say it. I like big books and I cannot lie. So that was all the books in that bag. I didn't realize that there was so few in that bag. It was very, very heavy. On to the big bag of this arrangement. Let's find out what's inside, shall we? So the first book that I've pulled out of this bag is, The Republic of Thebes by Scott Lynch. Confession time, I have not read any of Scott Lynch's Gentleman Bastard sequence. I know that book 4 is, hopefully fingers crossed touch wood, coming out at the end of the year. So I figured it was probably time that I fixed that. I have book 1, The Lies of Lamora, somewhere. I don't know if it's in... It's definitely not in this bag. There's no like super chunky books like this. So again comes the trusty phone. Thank you, internet, for existing. And this is book 3 in the Gentleman Bastard. Yeah, it goes The Lies of Lamora, and then it's Red Seas Under Red Skies or something. It's Red Skies and Red Seas. And then it's The Republic of Thebes. Set in a fantastic city pulsing with the lives of decadent nobles and daring thieves, here is a story of adventure, loyalty, and survival that is one part Robin Hobb, but one part Ocean's 11, and entirely enthralling. An orphan's life is harsh and often short in the island city of Camor, built on the ruins of a mysterious alien race, but born with a quick wit and a gift for thieving, Loch Lamore has dodged both death and slavery, only to fall into the hands of an eyeless priest known as Chains, a man who is neither blind nor a priest. A con artist of extraordinary talent, Chains passes his skills on to his carefully selected family of orphans, a group known as the Gentleman Bastards. Under his tutelage, Locke grows to lead the Bastards, delightedly pulling off one outrageous confidence game after another. Soon he is infamous as the Thorn of Camor, and no wealthy noble is safe from his sting. Passing themselves off as petty thieves, the brilliant Locke and his tightly knit band of light-fingered brothers have fooled even the criminal underworld's most feared ruler, Capa Bravasi. But there is someone in the shadows more powerful and more ambitious than Locke has yet imagined. Known as the Grey King, he is slowly killing Capa Bravasi's most trusted men, and using Locke as a pawn in his plot to control Caramor's underworld, with a bloody coup underway threatening to destroy everyone and everything that holds meaning in his mercenary life. Locke vows to beat the Grey King at his own brutal game, or die trying. Eventually I'll get to book 3, I assume. The next book in this bag is Prophecies Ruined by Sam Bowring. This is one that I've seen floating around the internet, recommended to me a couple of times on Goodreads based off various books that I've read. So I saw this, this was $5, so I thought, why the hell not? Let's give it a shot. For a millennium, the lands of Fenvara and Cain Ordas have been at war ever since the gods of shadow and light broke the great well of souls. In the absence of victory, a stalemate persists, until a prophecy foretells of a child of power who will destroy the balance forever. Mages from the two lands race to claim the newborn, but in a ferocious battle of magic fought over the baby, his very soul is ripped apart, leaving two boys in its wake. Each side seizes a child, uncertain whether they now possess the one capable of victory. Bel grows to be a charismatic, though troubled warrior, Losa an enigmatic and thoughtful mage. Both are strong yet incomplete. As they struggle to discover their destinies, each must ask the ultimate question: will he, one day, have to face himself? So that sounds really, really cool, and I'm definitely looking forward to picking this one up. Sorry guys, it's time to go tell the future husband to shut the F up. Alright, so the next book in the bag is... Winter Be My Shield by Joe Spurrier. This is something. This is recommended to me by a Goodreads and normal actual human beings as something to pick up if you enjoy KJ Taylor's Risen Sun series. I am enjoying that one, so I saw this one at Bookfest and decided to grab it really, really quickly. So, apparently Joe is an Australian author, so yay, supporting Australians. Sierra has a despised and forbidden gift. She raises power from the suffering of others. Enslaved by the king's torturer, Sierra escapes, barely keeping ahead of Rastan, the man sent to hunt her down. Then she falls in with dangerous company, the fugitive Prince Cameron and his crippled foster brother Isidro. But Rastan is not the only enemy hunting them in the frozen north, and as Sierra's new allies struggle to identify friend from foe, Rastan approaches her with a plan to kill the master they both abhor. Sierra is forced to decide what price she is willing to pay for her freedom and her life. So, yeah. This is given a little shout out by Robin Hobb, so if Robin likes it, then who am I to say no? And the next book that I've got in this bag is Rivers of London by Ben Aronovich, I think? I'm going to say Ben Aronovich. This is one I've seen around for a while. I've always been like, I should pick up a copy of that. But I'm hesitant to pick it up at full price. This is London as you've never seen it before. A city of wonders and terrors. A city of ancient secrets which is haunted by its past. A city where you are never far from magic. A city Peter Grant will help you discover. My name is Peter Grant, and I used to be a probationary constable in that mighty army for justice known to all right-thinking people as the Metropolitan Police Service, and to everyone else as the Filth. My story really started when I tried to take a witness statement from a man who was already dead. Sounds interesting, sounds creepy and interesting, and someone has left a card or something in here. Oh, it's a cafe card, so I guess I will now use that as a bookmark. That's cute. This cafe is called the Atticus Finch Cafe, so I'm gonna keep that. And then the next book that I've got in this one is, it's Codename Verity by Elizabeth Ween. I have not picked this up yet, and I saw a copy there, and I was like, I would have that, thank you very much. This is set during World War II, I believe. Now, I don't know there's two of these. There's Codename Verity and Rose Under Fire. I think Codename Verity is the first book, but I'm not entirely sure. So, we're about to find out. I have 2 weeks. You'll shoot me at the end no matter what I do. That's what you do to enemy agents. It's what we do to enemy agents. But I look at all the dark and twisted roads ahead, and cooperation is the easy way out. Possibly the only way out for a girl caught red-handed doing dirty work like mine. And I will do anything to avoid SS Habsturmführer von Linden interrogating me again. Alright, I just super butchered that. There's no way I got that right. I'm sorry for anyone German watching this that is offended that I messed that up. Please leave me a comment and let me know how to actually say that correctly. He has said that I can have as much paper as I need. All I have to do is cough up everything I can remember about the British war effort, and I'm going to. But the story of how I came to be here starts with my friend Maddie. She is the pilot who flew me into France, an Allied invasion of two. We are a sensational team. So I heard really, really good things about this one, so I'm very, very excited to finally own this and finally be able to read this. Oh guys, this pile is getting big. I bought so many books. Hashtag sorry not sorry bank account. Oh, so the next book is the third book in The Children of the Black Sun by Joe Spurrier. Still not sure how to say that. So, not going to read the synopsis of this to you. I read that right before, so you don't even need it. Don't even worry about it, guys. So that's book 3, and that one's called North Star Guide Me Home. And then the final book in this bag is Firkin by Kelly Armstrong. This is book 6 in the Otherworld series. Yeah, this is book 6. I will go and grab book 1, so none of us are spoiled, because I haven't read any of these books yet. So this is the first book, Bitten. Eleanor Michaels is your regular 21st century girl, self-assured, smart, and fighting fit. She also just happens to be the only female werewolf in the world. It has some good points. When she walks down a dark alley, she's the scary one. But now her pack, the one she abandoned so that she could live a normal life, are in trouble, and they need her help. Is she willing to risk her life to help the ex-lover who betrayed her by turning her into a werewolf in the first place? And more to the point, does she have a choice? So, that's book 6 of this series. I'm very excited to binge read these at some point. These are quite short, and urban fantasy I tend to read pretty quickly, so I'm going to devour these at some point. Alright guys, so that was part 3 of 7 for this hashtag sorry not sorry bank account book haul. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, if you have any thoughts about any of the books that I've showed you today, please leave a comment down below. If anyone knows where I've seen the Book of Strange New Things, if it is really Mercedes and Simon that enjoyed this, I would love to know, because that's going to bother me until I figure it out. But yeah, if you have read any of these or plan to read any of these, please let me know. I will see you soon for part 4. So many books, so little time. I hope you guys have a magical day. Bye.